There we go. All right, just wanted to make sure everything was on. All right, what's going on, guys? Sorry about that. I needed to make sure my volume and everything was good. So you guys should be able to hear me pretty good now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to get into it. Welcome to the stream. My name is Harry. It's nice to meet you. I am the chief executive artist in my house, right? I'm a chief executive artist in the house. And hold on a second. Doo doo doo. That means I'm in charge of all of the drawing. So today we're going to be doing some wonderful caricature drawing. Right? We're going to be doing some requests. We're going to do some tips. You guys can ask questions. I have answers, and we're just going to have a good old time together. With all the sea of stuff not to watch on the internet. Right? I try to be a positive speck in the dust. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so let's go ahead, guys, and we're going to get started. We're going to pick out our first model. It will not be that guy. Let me see. So we're just going to pick out somebody. Just going to pick a face out. Let's start with this guy right here. So I'm going to be drawing with my Crayola marker, right? Hold on, let me turn down this lighting some. Is it too bright? I just want to see if this is too bright. I think it is. Yeah, I think that's better right there. That's about right. Okay. All right, let me see here. Meteor, hey, dude, I first watched you in 2021, and then you are my favorite. Oh, man, thank you, Meteor. I appreciate that. That is super. 2021. Man, have I been doing this that long? Golly, I don't even recognize 2021. Y'all hear that? I've been around since 2021, man. You know what? This is what I'm going to do here. I wonder if I could get away with that. I wonder if I can get away with this. So we're just gonna go with that good that jawline. Get that jawline in there. We're gonna come back here and just kind of roll around to the back, and then roll from the front, roll to the back, and then roll to the front, so we can give him some, you know, a little bit of wrinkles in his neck there, right? There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of wrinkles. It gives you a little maturity in your face. You know what I'm saying? Love from India, man. Thank you. India is in the house, man. And I did not realize that I had such an awesome following out there. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like in India, I've never actually visited, but I bet you it's a fun place. I'm going to foreshorten his head here. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw this shape here. Oh, yes. So awesome. Okay, now we're going to do the other side here. All right. All right, now, guys, we're going to do our. I don't know. Where can we go here? We can go. Oh, so the eyes definitely going to be here. So this is what we want to do here. I'm seeing like a lot of round shapes here. It's really crazy what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this round, like, wow, is that. Should I just. That's what I'm seeing. No, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Something like this. It's like really little. His eyes are like super little right there, like little super little shapes, and then it's kind of bulgy over the top. So I think what I would do here then is I would want to make shapes that go off the side of it. You know what I mean? You see how that looks like? Yeah, there we go. And then we got that nose shape there. Let me see. He doesn't have a big nose, so I'm gonna keep it right between the old eyes there. Okay. All right. Let me see. Is YouTube my passion? YouTube is not. I don't. I think it's no. I don't think YouTube is my passion. I think that my passion. Hold on. So my passion is actually art. Drawing. Like I like to create stuff. I'm a creative in my heart. I can't turn it off. Like I have to have something. And YouTube is an outlet for a passion, but it's not the passion. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, look at this here. This is so. There we go. Look at that happy guy right there. Isn't he happy? Yeah. Let me see. Now we're gonna do some. I just got a new student today. That was super awesome. I can't believe she was so cool, man. Yeah. Her name was Diane. Very cool student. Very cool. Very observant, and just very man, just an awesome person. It's always good to meet cool people, because everybody ain't cool. You know that. I shouldn't have to tell you. Everybody's not cool. Let me see here. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get this little dimple over here. This dimple that's hiding back here, like that. There it is. It's hiding. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And then let's see here. I wonder because I drew that shape so far out over there. Should I just use that and then come in off of it, kind of like this, and then do like that? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. That's it right there. Yep, that's it. And then all I gotta do is just kind of put some eyebrows in here some kind of way. Okay. And let me see. Hey, what's going on, David? David. How are you, man? Peace unto you. Yeah. So glad when my friends come out here and hang out with me, man. What's going on with you guys, man? David, you know you're wrong. You ain't checked in with me for a minute. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, one day we gotta do it. We gotta have our little chat session online. You know, or we'll talk about deep things. It's amazing how deep caricature gets, right? He reminds me. I don't know. You know what? That's crazy, David, that you said that because I'm not going to even say that about this guy. I'm just going to say that I have, I can identify with what you feel because I was kind of feeling that as I drew the face. His face is real, like, it's kind of porky-ish, you know. Yeah, it's a porky-ish, right? Let me see. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna find somebody. Next one we're gonna find somebody with a great big old nose. Let me see. It's already nice even without the shadows, but shadows make pictures more pretty. Oh man, right on, Sancho. Thank you. I got the yeah. In the wasteland to the highway, to the shadows, to the sun ray. Okay. I don't want too many lines around the eyes. I think that's a pretty good drawing right there. I think I'm gonna stop right there. I think if I just put some shoulders here, that'll be cool, right? His little shoulders, right? He's got his old man jacket on, right? You know what I'm saying? Got his old man sweater. Let's put some checkers on there. Man. Gotta have respect for the old man's shirt, because I'm gonna be wearing an old man's shirt one day. Just ain't today is not the day. I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it. Hey, Sharon. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me see here. So I'm going to. Okay, cool, David. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. So let's go ahead, guys, and get into our next drawing. Right. That's funny. All right, and let's see what we got here. We're gonna find somebody. We're gonna look at somebody with. We're gonna look at something. We got to do something outrageous. We need to. Oh. Now you can't tell me this is it. This is the cartoon we've been waiting for, guys. This is the cartoon we have been waiting on for so long, right? So let's go ahead and jump in. What do we see? This kind of cartoon I hate to really approach because it's so much to do. You know, it's like going to an arcade full of games you want to play. You know what I mean? And you don't know. Or you go to a buffet, right? But all the food looks good. Like you don't know if you want chicken or turkey or happens to me every time I go to Golden Corral. It's my favorite restaurant. I get to eat a lot for a little bit, you know? All right, so let me see here. Let's get it. What I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to start with this brow line. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to do that. I'm going to draw the bridge of these glasses, and I'm going to make this nose like come out like this. I don't even know why I did it this way. I'm just doing it. I'm just trying something. Okay, he got small glasses on, so let me see if I can accomplish that. Right here, and then he got these here, and then he got something like this. Something like that. Let me see. All right, I can roll with that. I can roll with that. Okay, let me see here. Let's go with this mouth shape here. We got a little. Okay, so this is what we'll do here. Oh, you know what I see? Okay, I saw this in class today. Okay, and the bottom is still flat, right? It's like that. You got these teeth in here. There we go, and then we got this tongue shape. There we go. All right, there we go. That's it. That's it right there. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. All right, now let's go. Let's do our chin shape here. So he has a wide chin shape, so wide it's really wider than his. I'm gonna make it wider than his mouth. I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna do something like this. Okay. Let me see. Now I got to go down. I got to go out here and in. I got to go down. Then I got to come back out and back in. Then I got to drop. And then I got to go here. And I got to come down to the jawline shape like that. Something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now let me see here. Let me see. Let's go with this. Let's put some lighting in those eyes real quick. A little bit of lighting right there. Okay, let's get this. I want to go ahead and tackle this ear shape. Maybe we can go ahead and do that since we're over here. And that's going to, by me doing this little space right here, that gave me a nice little pocket to put my ear in. So now I can just come out here, come down, come around, back in. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And then I want this shape here that looks like a, what does that look like? Like a bird beak or something. Like this is what it literally looks like, a freaking, a little bird beak inside of there. I'm always thinking of stuff that things look like, right? We got a bird beak, we got a little pebble back here. Right there. What we got back here in the back? We got like a funky pea shape, like a You know what I mean? Like that. There it is right there. Okay. Which one is the caricature? Oh, you stop that right now, the art of Brett. This man has a family. I am so playing with you right now. Now, what I'm going to do here, I know you can't see this in the picture, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel like that's what I want to do. His eyebrow is so big, I'm going to bring this one out and in, and I'm going to kind of approach it the same way. Even though it's a three-quarter view, I'm still going to mirror the other side because you can cheat in caricature. You don't have to make anatomical sense in a caricature is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always make anatomical sense. You know what I'm saying? You just go with what you feel. And you'd be surprised how accurate that is. Let me see here. Boom, 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 around and up. Got our little pebble back here, a little funky. This ain't even a P. That's more like something like this right here. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Okay, let me see. Hank, what's going on, Hank? I didn't even see your first comment. Let me see, Hank. Hank, I meant to say I would love to do a caricature drawing like this one day. Oh, okay. Yeah, I teach them online. You can get. I'm gonna give you guys some information here in a minute. Let me see. Go up here, and I'm gonna do the dominant line of the head first, right? And then I'll come back here. Once I do the dominant line, I shortened it, right? Because you can't make it. You got to make that imbalance, and then I'll come back here, and I'll be like, you know what that looked like? It looks like a little bird, like a big long bird, just like that. Right. And to see how you can see those indentions in the head and everything is. Oh yeah. Okay. Then we got his neck. He's got a long neck. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the neck like long, going this way. Skinny and long, with a big Adam's apple. Right? Okay. And then his little shirt. Right? And I think that I think we're done. Let me see, what else can I do to this? I don't know if there's anything else I can do. Okay. Great line. Thank you, the art of Brett. Very generous. You know those ears are underplayed in the drawing. Yes, they are. Cause I could look. I am quite arguably the art of Brett. I am quite arguably the most generous caricature artist there is. My job is to send you home with good mental health. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I'm just saying, I've seen some people that just were never the same after getting their cartoons drawn by somebody, and it's tragic. It's just tragic, you know, to be I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting out my first little old book this year. I'm so glad we overcame a lot of adversity, the birth of two children, and to be able to yeah, because one year we was going to do it, then another year, then that happened. And oh my gosh, and it took a lot of time, but thanks to Chat GBT. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay. Because it takes some of the workload off sometimes, man. Yeah, there we go, man. That's it. Okay, now I'm gonna take this marker here. Now this is what I call the king size. This is the creme de la creme. Okay, it's a Sharpie marker. It is super awesome. Check out the tip. Has a chisel tip on there, right? And it's really good to play against a Crayola because they have darker pigment. This is a darker pigment. So watch what happens when I just, if you can really just zone in for just right now. Watch the dark play against the light of the rest of the picture. I always do this at the end. Okay, so you see just with that, you see how it made the glasses. Now watch when I put these darks here. What I'm doing is I'm causing your eyes to focus on what I want you to focus on. Now watch when I go to the hair shape. I don't have to do a whole lot. I'm just drawing straight lines or straight little patterns throughout the head shape. Okay, so now he got him a fade right there. You know what I mean? Under here, we can put a little bit of shadow. Now we can see a differentiation between the neck and the head shape. So it's again all about just those contrasts. I think that makes for a really good drawing. You know, I can't. Oh, you had to go backwards to get better. Hey, you know what? That is absolutely what happens, David. You gotta sometimes you gotta go backwards to go forward, and that's just, you know, it's what it's one of those things, you know. Okay, these are like my little. I had some little shadows in the glasses right there. So that one's all done. That one's done up. It's finished. Okay, let's go find our next model, guys. What do you say? Now let me ask some questions. Does anybody have anybody that they would like me to set their face ablaze, right? Yeah, I'll take care of you. If you got any requests, anybody got a request, let me know. And let me do this real quick, guys. Also, since I'm here, and you're here, and we're here, and what did my son? I just told my, like he listens to me. Hold on, folks. That was from the class earlier. That's not what I'm looking for. It may be, oh, here it is. Here it's inside. I put it in here. Okay, so I want to give you guys a little bit of information. Okay, so number one is if you're wanting to learn more about caricature, take a class with me. Okay, take a class. I'll teach you what I know. You'll have a lot of aha moments. Scarface, we're doing it. Scarface is up next, guys. Okay, let me write that down. Thank you. Thank you. The Art of Brett. In a minute, you're going to say hello to my little friend. Right. Was it you? Okay, so classes 101, browserworld.com. You can take a class with me, and I'll get you guys set up. I'll get you set up. You can be a caricature artist before you know it. Bring in 2026 caricature artists, right? Got you. This is our Patreon page. Do you want to support our art channel? Well, yes, you do, right? So if you want to, you can support us at patreon.com/RowserWorld. This is our fan support page. So it's a place where you can get more art lessons, right? Exclusive art lessons, because they're not on YouTube, they're not on TikTok. It's only on Patreon. So they're kind of in depth, a little bit more than, a little bit less than what I would do in a class, but still enough to where it's like you feel like, hey man, this is, And then we also have behind the scenes content, and that's just kind of what my life is like behind the drawing board. What is it? All those questions that you guys have. What do I like to do? Where have I been? What do I like to draw the most? What inspired my drawings? All that kind of stuff. I have two little boys. I'm 52. I'll be 53 next month. My boys are 5 and 2. 52. Oh snap! 5 and 2, and I'm 52. That's crazy. I never saw that connection before. But anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So you can check out our Patreon page. Also, guys, tips are appreciated if you feel like you're benefiting from the information, from the time together, and you just want to buy a cup of coffee for a starving artist. Okay, then you can tip at $Browser World. That information is up here for you, by the way. Okay. Oh, let me see here. I know you guys you don't even have it in no play. Let me do this right here. There we go. There we go. All right. So let's go to our next face. We're going to go to Scar phase. What is this? Did I just do something? Oh, snap. Okay, what am I doing? I think I'm. Wait a minute. What did I do right there? Hold on a sec. Oh, okay. Wait, let me see something. What does that mean? Do. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I think I did it. I'm trying to see how I did that. Mm-hmm. Hold on a second here. Wait. Dude. Oh, so you go like this and then you swipe. Oh, okay. I didn't know how I invited you, so let me see how I. Yeah, I'm trying to under. I'm trying to under. Hold on a second. How did I do that? I didn't mean to do that invite. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to get out of. I accidentally did an invite, and I wasn't trying to do the invite. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. I'm gonna go over here, and we're gonna look up. I think the next one was Scarface, right? Somebody asked me to draw Scarface, so let's see if we can find him real quick. I hope he's able to find me again. Okay. So we're gonna do Scarface. Okay, let me see if he'll find me again. I'm not sure. I know he was there. Hopefully, he thought enough to. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this Scarface caricature real quick. So let me see if I can find one that I like. I don't know. This one looks pretty cool right here. I'm trying to see. This one has a good. Yeah, I think this one is a good one. All right, let's try this real quick. All right, so I'm going to start with. Let's see. Let's start with the brow line here. So he has a hefty brow line, but not so something like this. Boom. Okay. And then we got this shape here. Okay. And then we got something like that. I don't know. Okay. Let me see. Now I'm going to do the ear shape here. And again, just looking at the shapes within my figure and trying to remind myself of what that shape reminds me of. That's really all this is about. What does that shape remind you of? And then you kind of draw that shape, then you make it like a 3D shape. It's really a straightforward process, right? hmm Something like that. Something like that. Okay, let me see here. Let's go to the top of the hair. We really can't see that there, but you guys should be able to make sure you're good. All right, let me see here. Let's do. Trying to make sure I don't go off the edge of the paper here. Yeah, I always want that. I always want those real basic shapes first. Because if I don't have it like that, it's hard for me to exaggerate. I think very basically when it comes to my shape. So you'll see I don't use a lot of broken lines. I just like to do everything really simple at first. And then yes. All right. Now, let's see if we can try the. I know how to draw, but I've never been able to draw this. Oh, man, you. Awesome, Mr. MF Constructor. What's going on today? Oh, yeah, I do classes too. If you want to take a class with me, check it out, man. If you feeling like you want to know, I'll share the information. Spread the wealth, right? Okay. This really, I'm going to tell you, caricature a lot of the times is really about how fearless you are inside. Like, if you're a person that overthinks everything, right? Kurt Cobain, for sure. I got you, man. You want Kurt Cobain? Kurt Cobain it is. We got Kurt Cobain coming up next. Okay. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, it's really about how fearless you are. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, he has man, he doesn't have a big nose like that. He has a long like nose like this, right? But it stays in between the eye shapes, almost like a bottle shape, right? But his eyes are really big, so that's funny because it's like his eyes go up, then down here, and then they come back up into the shape. It's really cool. Or I could go down like this, come up, come around, and then go back in, right? And then I can just draw the top over it like this. And then we'll just put these little eyeball shapes here. One. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Right? You just do it, man. You know what I mean? Just do it. Let's do this right here. Look. Yes. Oh, now what am I seeing here? Oh, you know what? You know what? What's happening? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. He has a small mouth, so we're not gonna make it big. We're gonna make it small, and then we're gonna have a bigger shape here, right? Yeah. And his scar in his face, right? Say hello to my little friend, right? Yes. It's like that, right? And then we'll just go ahead and block off the chin shape. He got like a little bit of shadow on his face. So I'm gonna do something like this. Let's see if I can keep this line real thin. Something like that. Yeah. And then we'll just color this part in. That. Yeah. All right, all right. This is it. This is the one. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little bit of shadows, right? Right up in here. Okay. And then we're gonna do the hair in just a second here, okay? And then we'll be able to rock it, ready to rock and roll. This is what I think Scarface looks like as a cartoon. I hope he doesn't send any of his little friends after me. You know what I mean? Just imagine that I come home one day and a bunch of midgets are at my house, my his little friends. No, because I feel that in his eyes too. What's that? Let me see here. Daily prayer. I do see that in his eyes. I feel it. That's why I drew it that way. Because this picture, generally, that's that was a character I feel like he portrayed in the movie was a guy that had like I don't know, he had a lot going on, you know, chasing the world. It was stressing him out, killing him, made him start looking like this. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. Every time I look at this is anyway. I don't know. Just now, the thing was saying I said something hateful. I was like, "What do you mean? What did I say that was hateful?" I didn't say anything. I just said that. What did I say? I just said that he was a guy that was an actor, and that was part of his life. And I feel like maybe he was, in this character here, he might be just portraying. They just took a picture of him portraying the character that he was. So he had to portray a character of deepness, like, whether he was like that personally, I don't know. I have no idea. Right? Mm-hmm. I have no idea. Okay. So here we go, guys. We got Scarface, right? You guys like that? Is that cool? Was that Scarface okay? All right. Thank you again, guys, for coming out and streaming along with me. Don't forget, man, tips are appreciated. If you feel like you're benefiting from the stream, tips are awesome. You can take classes with me. Also, guys, if you want to take classes, I got you. You can take some classes. I do one-on-one caricature classes online. And then we also have our Patreon page if you guys would like to support our channel, support what we're doing here. Me and my wife, we're both Rouser World, so that's what we made this up to be. But you guys can just call me Harry or the Rouser, or you can just call me Hey You, whichever one. All right. So that's Scarface, man. We're done with Scarface. Let's just go ahead and sign him. A beard away from drawing Carlito. Oh, Carlito's Way. You remember Carlito? Oh man, I didn't know nobody remembered that. That's too old. Yeah. What did I say? I don't. Oh, this part right here wasn't colored in either. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our next drawing. So our next one was, I believe, somebody asked for Kurt Cobain. So I'm going to try to find Kurt Cobain right here. I believe that's Kurt. Kurt Cobain. Okay, so this is Kurt Cobain's picture. Let's see here. I really don't know I don't know what he would look like now. I mean, but let me see. I'm trying to think which picture I'd like of him. This one's he's kind of smiling then, right? But this one looks more like the character he was, like in Nirvana. Which one do you think I should do, guys? I don't know. Are you guys Hmm. I think I'll just pick one here. I think I'm gonna go with something happy, even though Kurt Cobain just didn't seem like a. Well, I don't know if he was happy because I never really listened to Kurt Cobain, to be honest with you. This looks like a picture of him where he's kind of in the middle. I think this is what I'm gonna do right about right here. Kurt Cobain. Let's see if I can find it again. Okay, so let's try this one right here. All right, Kurt Cobain. Mm, I was just. Hold on. I think we can get this one and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're gonna start with our overall head shape here. So what I want the character to overall feel like, I might do something like this. This might be what I want as an overall feeling. So this is on this part right here. I'm gonna tell you, I have to be very careful not to take my focus off what I'm drawing as far as the hair. Like you, caricature is very. Once you get to one space, you think about that space only. So yeah, I have to almost cut the hair out and isolate the hair in my mind in order to be able to draw it effectively. And I can't worry about the face at that time. So, and believe it or not, by doing it that way, it actually helps the face to come out better when you think of it like this. Because now what I'm doing is I'm just drawing a cartoon of his hair, and that's it. So if I'm just acting like that in my mind, I'm drawing a hair cartoon or whatever kind of cartoon, you know what I'm saying? Then it looks different. So you see how we were able to get the feel of everything first? And then once we have everything, then we can come back and be like, okay, well, this is about where I want this at. You know what I'm saying? So now you can see the face just trying to, you see, look, you know what I mean? I did it in layers. Now we got his neck shape here, something like that, just like so, right? All right, now we'll go inside and we'll start doing our features inside. So I might start with he has a very melancholy look. Very so he has a flat line kind of a look. So what flat line means to me is I'm kind of like thinking of flat lines. You get what I'm saying? To do a caricature with, I need to be thinking in general terms of his face doesn't have any real expression to it, so he is what we're calling flatlining. Okay, so in flatlining, there's several different ways we can approach the caricature. We can go with where the eyes are connected to the actual brow line, and we eliminate all the dead space between the eye and the shape. So I could do, or I could I could draw circles and do it with circles. I can do ovals and do it with ovals. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna keep his ovally. Okay. So I'm gonna do a basic like this. Okay. One shape here. See, it's like so. And then we put his eyeball right here. So I eliminated a lot of the space above the eye because I don't need it. I really wanted to concentrate on the eyeballs, right? Then we'll come over here and we'll add this nose shape. So this nose shape's I wouldn't say it's small, so I probably want to go about right here. Um, I see this is like a skinny shape here, and then his nostrils come out like so. Okay, and then we'll come like this. Okay, and then we'll do this drop down here, and then we'll come here and we'll do this, 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 right? This and that, right? And then we'll just add some hairs here. Okay, okay. All right. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So every drawing that you do is pretty much about whatever you imagine. It's never about like how somebody else sees it because I can't know that. I have to draw like what I feel like this person looks like as a cartoon. And then as always, you'll have individuals um, that will not see the likeness or for whatever reason. And so you have to be okay with that, and just do the next drawing. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to do. Thank you so much, Jew Moment. I appreciate you. Okay. So here I'm just going to do a little bit of razzle dazzle. Here's what I like to call it, because he has blonde here, so we don't want to make these lines too right. Yes. Okay. Want to make those right next to his head. We want to make it very angled. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make the eyeballs a little bit bigger because they need to be like that. Okay. The guy for Just for Fun, who is it? I don't know. Somebody told me this is Kurt Cobain. Is that it? Yeah, because I remember he was winning Nirvana, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody asked me to draw him, so we got like a bro. I've been watching your videos on advice to learn the style. Oh, okay, why? Right on. Why button red eyes? What's going on? Thank you. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. So we did. This is our what third drawing. So we did a couple of drawings. We did our. Let me see. Who was our first one? I don't even know what I did with that first one. We did somebody. Oh. Oh yeah. We did the big ear guy. That's what it was. We did the old man first. So we did the old man, and then we did I don't know this guy here. We just picking random models, and then we did Kurt Cobain, and then we did a little Scarface action right here. Hey, right on, graffiti artist. What it do, Drew? That's how I got my. I started. I used to do. I did graffiti like for a lot of years when I was a kid. I'm 53 now, but I grew up in New York where they were just, and from 1 to 12. I left New York when I was probably about 12, but we used to do the graffiti. We was big into graffiti and graffiti letters. You know, how long does it take to learn your style? Um, it doesn't really take long. I I mean, I guess it took me a lifetime because and I'm still learning. One of my students, David, here on my YouTube, he said about going backwards to go forward, and really, I think that's what happened with me. Oh wait, cancel. Is I started thinking about it like going back to the basic shapes and basic faces and basic ideas, and keeping my learning how to keep my drawings. Yeah, Beat Street. Yep. Okay. Yeah, learning, just how to keep them more simple. Instead of drawing all this fancy stuff, right? I need to know as a caricature artist how to simply look. If I just take the five, one, two, three, four, five, six features in her face, right? I need to know what I can do, right? Let me show you. Okay. Okay. Now watch. See? I need to know how I can place these shapes properly, the things within the shape. Kind of put it like this. The head shape's important, but what you do with these shapes here, these are all very basic shapes, and your job is to learn how to make what formation to draw them in. You know what I mean? Do you have like right here? I have a very triangled formation. If you really look at it, everything zooms out and then goes over and comes back down on purpose because I'm aiming at her chin. You get what I'm saying? And then when I get to the eye shape, well, how does the head react to these shapes once you put them down? You know what I mean? Uh, yes, yes, it's about making it simple with the features, and you struggle with the nose and the eyes. Oh yeah, common struggle points. But I have a very good I have some awesome lessons that I do in my classes on that. So if you want to hold on a second, if you want to take the class, here's the information for you before I go back in. So if you want to take a class with me, I could, teach you how to simplify those shapes and what those shapes actually are and what they mean and how they do all that stuff in the class. So I'll take care of you. Okay, I'm gonna put that there for you, and then let me go ahead and get back to it here. All right, so now what I'm doing is going to my jawline. She has a bit of a she has a fullness to her jawline. So I don't want to draw something too angly with her. I want something that's kind of drippy, kind of where it drips down, like drip, and it drips and looks like it wants to drip, but it doesn't. It just kind of goes like that. You see how that line looks like it wants to drip, but it doesn't drip, but it gives me the idea of her jawline. You get what I'm saying? Because this is a cartoon, right? This is real life. So there's differences. Here we're going to have the same thing. We're going to have that line coming down, right? But not as drippy, but soft. You know, coming into the line. You're talking yourself through it. Now, um, let's go here to the forehead shape. And so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to draw me a bird right about here on top of her head. Okay. Once I draw the bird, then I connect it to the head shape. Then I do it and I connect it to the head shape. Then I go to the ear shape. One, two, three, four. Side. She has a very specific kind of an ear. And then when I get to the hair, well, let's go to our neck shape. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna do this right here. Watch. I want to thinking again basic open shapes. So watch how I try to I try to, if I got to stop, that's okay. I stop. I look at what I did so far, and I want something that's nice and open and that can represent curls once I do it. You see, you see how much easier that is to get the feel of this than to draw like, you get what I'm saying? And the speed. So now, and then it also makes it where I can draw it in 3D. So now I can feed off her head and I can go that way, right? I can come back into the hair this way, feed off of this line going that way, right? I can make a curl here. You know what I'm saying? I can make a curl here, right? And see how I made all these little curls? And then I put the lines inside. So it makes it look like more, you know what I'm saying, like her hair, the idea of it. The shape doesn't have to be exactly like it because in caricatures you're drawing a lot of stand-in. You know what? I'm gonna give you an analogy. Okay. Um, they have in movies they have these people called stunt doubles, right? So like The Rock might have a stunt double. You know what I mean? Because The Rock is worth too much money to them to actually get hurt trying to do his own stunt. So they'll bring in a guy that has a similar build, right? Similar haircut, right? You can't really tell if they flash him on while he's in action doing his thing. You can't tell that this ain't The Rock. Looks like him, right? Well, that's the same concept that you want to use for drawing caricatures. You're not drawing exactly what they look like. You're drawing someone that looks like them, right? Because that is not them. This is not her. You know what I'm saying? This is what this person would look like in my imagination. If they were, you get what I'm saying? If I were basing a character off of this person, this is what they would look like to me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go to this back part right here. Okay, again, look, here we go. So here what I'll do is I'll go from the bottom, watch. And watch how I just find my way. One line. And then once I find my way, then I create the 3D lines. So one dimension first, right? And then, you see, the second dimension. Okay? Okay. So now watch as I beautify. This is my beautification phase, right? I get us some long, nice long eyelashes, right? I'm not putting in full details. No. That will absolutely ruin your picture. Just think about Bugs Bunny for a minute. A real bunny has a lot more features, a lot more little strands of hair everywhere. They have a lot more whiskers. They don't just have 3 whiskers on one side and 3 on the other, but Bugs Bunny does. And you still recognize him as a rabbit, don't you? You know what I mean? Same thing. I think that the quest for perfection makes us miss the mark. Chasing something that none of us are, right? So nobody can teach you how to do it, and you can't do it. So accept your imperfections because that's what makes you unique. Have you ever thought about Steph Curry, for instance? Maybe. Have you ever thought that his ability to shoot so well is actually an anomaly, a defect in in the way he's built, which gives him the ability to shoot people's lights out, right? Think about the guys that have the math problems that can solve all those math problems in their head because their brain. One guy read his brain, the part of his brain that was responsible for reflex when he got in an accident. It started taking over the part of the brain that when it jarred the brain, the neurons or whatever connected to the part of his brain that that solves math problems and things of that nature. So it basically made math a reflex So now whenever he thinks of two numbers, his brain puts the two numbers together so fast that the scientists don't know what the heck's going on. It's a defect in the way he's built. He wasn't. You get what I'm saying? But defect is a word that's not. We see it as a abnormal or not a good connotation of things, but that's really not true. Depending on how you think about it, you know what I mean? Because what makes you strong makes somebody else weak. So who has the imperfection? You know. So with this kind of drawing, if you are a perfect, if you try to think that there's this perfect caricature that you're going to come up with that no one's ever going to see, and you're just going to wow the whole audience every time you pick up, you're out of your mind. Nobody, that's just not real. You know, it's just not real. Mm-mm. You're not going to do it. You know. So this is my caricature. My caricatures tend to be very gratifying, very pretty. You know, then you got character artists that do caricatures that are very silly or goofy, and some that are just outrageous. Like they just want to turn you into something. It doesn't matter what it is. They'll take your face and they can put your face on a block, right? For instance, if I wanted to, like if you're looking at her face, right? You know, we could make her head shape different. We could draw a block here and then draw some little legs on the block, right? Right? And some little hands on the block, right? And we can put this is what we can do. We can give the block a little dress, right? And then we can start trying to put her features inside of there, right? You know, to and then give her some hair, right? Okay, so this is okay. Wait a minute, that made me laugh. I'm sorry because it does look like her, but it's just funny, and she looks like a ice cube now. Okay, but um, this is there's so many different styles, man, and that's just what makes this thing so fun. You know what I mean? To be able to do, yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that face. All right, let me see here. So let's finish this one up here. I'm having a great time with you guys today. Uh, Thanks for coming out, guys. Oh wow, they got airbrush artists online, R&B airbrush arts to join as a guest. Airbrush art. That sounds interesting. One day I'm gonna have to do this. Does anybody else here have a TikTok like channel, like a something they do on TikTok? Okay. So I think that we are done with one and done with that picture, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get our next model up here. Okay, so I got plenty of models here. I'm just using. Hmm. Oh, look at that! And she that's a good looking picture right there. I like the eyes on that picture. You know what I'm saying? I like the eyes on that picture. By the way, this is her. Right on, man. Right on, constructor. Thank you so much. Okay. And, hey, look here, guys. Don't forget to use them super stickers and them super chat little thingies. You know what I'm saying? Brother trying to get some coffee today. I got to get me some coffee today, man. I'm sitting up here making y'all laugh and y'all. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. All right, let me see. Caricature art isn't about making a copy, but how you can make it look like them in your style. Bingo! Bingo! Bingo, bingo, bingo. That's all it is. It's your style. I can't make a. You get what I'm saying? You have to. Now there are rules you have to play within, but we can do anything we want here. We can take her. Like, let's just say we took her head and we wanted to morph it with this marker. So we want to make her into, but she doesn't have a marker head. We'd have to figure out something that looks like her head to do it. Something like a Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what she looks like. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. So you can see what I'm doing. Does anybody get this yet? Does anybody get this? What it look like? No, look. Look at what does this sign look like? Look at this. Look at what I did. Look, and this is the horizon. Okay? And then you are here. Okay? Okay? This is what her head looks like. So if I do like this, watch. Okay? That's what her this is what her head looked like to me. Okay? All right. So this might be just one way of some guy might, caricature artist might come up with this. You know what I'm saying? It's really all about what you see. So let's go ahead and draw her real quick here. Hold on, let me see here. How much battery I got left on my phone? I need to. I gotta plug my pad in here. Yeah, 33%. So I got just a little bit of time left. Let me go ahead and plug my pad here. Okay, so let me see how I would draw her. Okay. I like a lot of roundness in my shapes, right? So watch, let's do this. Watch. Let's put let's make it a big round circle down here. And then inside of that circle, right? Let's draw. Let's draw half a circle. And then put our eyes right there. See how that works? Look at that. Now it feels like those eyes. Okay. Sometimes I start with the head, sometimes I'll start with the eyes. Yeah. Okay. You see that? I have to use that circle. Come back down here. And what shape do we see here? We're gonna go with a shape that's we're gonna stay between the eyes with this one. Just like so. And then we'll just add some small canals here. Roundness is a key thing. Right? Then we got our lip shape here. So what we're doing here, we're gonna stay between. And then we're gonna do like this. And then we're gonna come around and go out, out. So let's see here. We're gonna go should I go like that? There we go. Just like so. And then we'll put a very small chin here. Just inside of that shape. So I'm looking at that third line right there. Okay. Okay, now, let's see here. Just add some eyelashes here on the bottom. And now we can go to our head shape. So what I'm going to do here, I want to go with something. It's going to be funny here because what I'm going to have to do almost is because I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. I think I can. Let me see. So what if I do this? This is my old school style. And then I come over here. It's my stethoscopes. My stethoscopes. Okay. And then let me see here. Now we're going to go to our top shape here. Now the thing is that her eyebrows are way up there like that. So I got to make this work. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it work. Do I want to make her forehead that big though? I mean, because if I do them way up here, it's going to be, let me see. I think I can still do it. Let me see. So we want shapes, right? Remember, look at the shapes you want first. It doesn't matter that I draw over the top of this. It don't matter. So see, these are the two shapes right here. So what I thought about these was a pair of goggles maybe right on her head at first. Just so I could get it down right. Because if I think about it like hair, sometimes it jacks me up. So I don't call things what they actually are. Right? I call them what they look like. Okay? So look, now you got the hair between there. And then we got the shape coming down the side. Ooh, okay. Now, all we have to do is make it go from, we got this round shape in between here that goes to each one, right? And then we have a shape that drops down. And then we got a round shape. I'm going to have to ad-lib here because I'm running out of paper. Then I'm going to drop down and I'm going to do it again. And then I'll drop down and we'll do it again. Right? You get what I'm saying? And then let me see. I'll just go ahead and make all these round ones. It doesn't matter because we're just doing something that looks like it. Remember? Okay. Something like that. Like that. That's what I will do. Something quick. You know, maybe a braid over here or something, right? And then I might come over here and do the same thing here. 1, 2. You know, my own little way of describing what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Think about like if the police came up to you and said, well, what did you see? Everybody's going to give their account, right? You're not going to be trying to make up the perfect account. Because, you know what I mean? Because there's going to be different things that different people saw in the same situation. So we have to embrace that. We need to embrace that. Okay. All right, now let's put our neck shape here. And then she got her Nefertiti's on or whatever, right? Boop. Okay. Yes, Impressionism. That's another word for it. Okay. All right, so then I just take my little marker here, right? Just my little Sharpie. And then just to keep it easy from drawing live, I'm coloring in each shape. Watch how fast and easy, how much faster it is when you go with a general idea of what's going on versus this all-out explanation with too many facts. You hate when somebody tell you that kind of a story? Well, what happened, man? Well, you got to sit down for this. 3 days ago, it all started at my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? So don't draw caricatures like that. If you wouldn't do that to somebody in real life, don't do it in a caricature. Say what you got to say. Put the pen down, man. This is a quick, expressive form of art. You know what I mean? Spend more time telling jokes. Get bigger tips. Yes. Tell some jokes, man. Okay. Oh, thank you. I think in this year, what I'm doing, I got some giant canvases. So I'm going to take some of these caricatures, right? And I'm gonna reinvent them on my canvases, like giant ones. I said this year I'm gonna do something that I never ever done before, and that is I'm gonna stop. Um, I'm not drawing what I think people want to see no more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna draw what comes from me. You know what I mean? I've made that deal with myself, and and that's with any part of my life, whatever part of my life, I'm gonna embrace, my creativity and embrace what God's given me, and the way He's been able to help me to see the world, through art is awesome, man. Seeing the world through your eyes. No longer doing that because it was holding me back as an artist a long time. You know what I'm saying? I just was always trying to make people like me. You know? That was real stupid, right? For me, I think. Now that I don't even talk to any of these people anymore, but I'm not saying that. You get what I mean? So when I create something, if somebody comes on here and says, man, I don't like the way that look, I'll be like, whatever. Hey, thank you, DJ Enigmatic, man. I certainly appreciate that tip, man. You always looking out for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me see here. What you talking? Somebody asked me, do you have to make the nose exactly how you see it? No. You don't. Well, actually, yes and no, because the nose is one of the most. It's very funny because I'll put it like this: they put your nose in the middle of your face for a reason. It's the most. It's one of the things that really define what you look like. You know what I mean? And it's often the first thing that people lock in on. However, there are basic shapes. I don't think about those shapes anymore. I just use them. There are basic shapes that you can use that pretty much cover every nose. So I don't have to think about what shape. I just need to think about how big or small or how I want to slightly alter it for my, thing. And then also placement is another key. So those are, like I said, things that I would have to give you a lesson behind. It would take time to explain that to you. But the way that I explain it, you'll understand. So yeah. Okay, so I think I got time for one more drawing. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow again, guys. So if you want to come back, tomorrow is my normally scheduled stream. But because into the new year, I'm just doing a streaming extravaganza. So I don't care. I'm just streaming when I feel like it. You know what I mean? I don't believe in algorithms. Oh, if you go on stream this time of day, people will be there. And that's not necessarily true, right? That's what's going on, man. Don't forget, hit the notifications button. Also, guys, we do have memberships on TikTok. So if you guys want to, help us meet our membership goals, I know TikTok is not as happening as it once was for a lot of people, but Oh, right on, Kitty. Oh man, thank you so much. Now, I got a cousin named Kitty. Yeah, I hadn't seen her in years too. She's from Ohio. Yeah. Yep. Let me see here. So let me see what let's look back here. Let's see who we got. These are some drawings I did back in the day on my pad. Let me see. Anybody know who that is right there? Anybody can guess who that is? I want to see if somebody can guess who that is. Let me see. I sent some photos of my weekend. Oh, okay. You sent photos of the weekend. I'm gonna look those up right now. Let me see. Let me see who guessed it. Did anybody guess it? All right. If you didn't guess, no, Ronaldo. No, that's Antonio Brown This is Antonio Brown, the guy from the Eagles. Yeah. His name is on there, so you know who that is. Pacheco. Everybody know who that is now. Come on now. Who is that? His face is more famous just because Taylor Swift is his girlfriend, right? Patrick Mahomes, right? Jalen Hurts. A simple Jalen Hurts, right? Okay. And then we got, let me see. That's everybody. Who is that? Does anybody know who that is? Who that look like to you? I'm going to take, I ain't telling you. Let's see who guesses it. I think it looks strikingly like her. But we'll see. We'll just let you guys see. We'll see who says something. Kelsey, yep. Uh-huh. Yep, that's exactly who it is. That's Scarlett Johansson. Yep. Uh-huh. Let me see. Anybody know who that is? Who is that? I gotta cover that part up right there. Y'all already cheated. Cheaters. Anyway, yeah, that's Ice-T, man. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, who is that? Anybody know who that is? Who is that? Name that celebrity. Tracy Morey. Tracy Morey. Steph Curry. Somebody said Steph Curry. Oh no. Yeah, that is Kevin Hart, man. We got snap, somebody said Steph Curry. Now that's total like it's a dog. Let's see. Everybody know that's KD, Kevin Durant. Yeah. Let's see. Anybody know who that is? So we got that. I don't think nobody gonna guess that one. I think it looks like him, but I don't know. Some people might not guess that one right there. All right. Let me see. Maxie, who else we had? Oh, this is Murray. Whatever that guy from and then we got Jokic. Oh, Victor Wembanyama. Oh, Tracy Morrow is Ice-T's given name. Oh, snap. You see, you just took me back to school right there because I did not know that. I did not know that. Did not know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead, guys, and get back. We're going to do this last drawing, and then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. Again, guys, let me give you some information. If you want to take a class with me, you can take classes at rouserworld.com/classes. I'd like to have you as my new student, my new friend. We can talk, rap, and then I can get you situated as far as your caricature journey that you're going to be taking next year. I can see you right now with your booth or your spaces, and I can see you with a line of people, and you're just happy, and you're just happy doing what you do. But in order to get there, you got to take the class first. Okay, you got to take the class first so we can show you how you can do it. So I can help you. I got a lot of different little tricks and tips that's going to help you mentally understand caricature better. So don't forget to take the class. Now, the classes are not for free. Unfortunately, this is my – hold on a second. Okay, the classes, excuse me, guys, are not free. No, they're not. But we are doing a class bundle now. So the class bundle is 105, and it's going to be for 3 classes. And then I teach you, I take you through the course of learning caricature. And then you can go as fast or as slow as you want. It all depends on what your level of understanding is. But I've had pretty good success with turning people that had no idea what they were doing into pretty good caricature artists. So you guys should check that out. Check out the class. Look at our reviews. Go to our website and check out some of the reviews and stuff like that. All right. Now, we also do have a Patreon page. Our Patreon page is basically our fan support. So our channel and what we do is maintained by you. So we depend on you to help us to continue to be able to teach and do what we're doing. So if you'd like to be able to support our channel, we do have our Patreon where you can go and sign up for like our memberships. I think the least expensive one is like $5 a month or something like that. And then they can go up depending on what your level of commitment you'd like to be in. And so pretty much it has our behind the scenes content, and it has some videos there to help you also to learn to draw caricature better, to add to your arsenal. So if you want to check that out, go to Patreon. And then finally, guys, today tips are awesome. If you guys feel like you benefited from the stream today, you thought this was a pretty cool thing that you got to participate in, then tips are awesome. You can tip at $Rouser World. Thank you so much, guys, for your tips. All right, so we're going to first, before I go any further, I want to go to DJ Enigmatic. He is one of my YouTube, he's actually become one of my top fans here, it says. And also just a very stand-up person, always been looking out for me. So I want to go ahead and I want to put those his drawings up. So I'm going to showcase them really quick. So thank you, Enigmatic. I appreciate you. And so we're going to find you. You're here somewhere. Man, and these are pictures he said from he just did an event. So he's actually out there doing caricature and making a living from it. So that's awesome. So we're just going to kind of go through this, and we're going to look at some of your pictures. Okay. Oh, yeah, man. That looks just like him. I like that. I definitely can see strong, very strong resemblance. I even like how he did his hair like that, right? Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Okay, let me see. All right. Yep. 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 For sure. Nothing I would change there. Now I'm gonna tell you what I would have did, just because it's not like a mistake would have did. Like, you made a mistake, I'm better at. No, that's not what this is. But what I would have tried, I always like, when I get around the eye shape, I'm just gonna kind of copy what you did, right? And then when I get to the eye shapes, right, what I like to do, watch. So I'm gonna do like this. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay. Now what I want to do, I like to add a lot of eyelash here. Okay, like this. Right, that's just my calling card. You see? Something like that. You know what I mean? So I might have put like a little bit more, like just a little bit more emphasis there. Your nose shape is on point. I think she has a very full nose. So what I would have did with this, I would have extended out beyond. I'm gonna use my classic. I'll use my classic hexagon. I'm gonna extend out beyond the nose shape. Almost make a Superman sign, and you see how it comes together, like, very simply. You know what I mean? So that's really this is what I call my Superman nose. Because if you look at it, it looks like the Superman symbol, right? If I drew Superman right here, all right, you would see. Right? Yeah, Superman, right? Okay, let me see here. Okay, but let me see what you got. I need to shade the hair. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then, shading the hair. Yeah, I think the shading of the hair, and then when you got to the lips, very good job on those lips, by the way. When you do it, if you got your gray, right, look. So I'm just going to try to mimic these lips that you did. Okay? Something like that. Something like that. Okay? So if these are their lips right here, what you want to do, I usually just do 3 quick dots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then it just gives it like a little bit of a shine to the lip. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about the light. Just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and leave the shading here. It's unorthodox compared to like somebody that's into, wait a minute, that's not actually what happens if you break it down scientifically. Shut up. Okay, let's go to the next one. I didn't even mean to be like breaking down all your drawings, man, but you gave me something. Oh, man. Let's see here. Okay, y'all can't see those faces very well, but man, what I see it. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I see it there. She has a very downturned eye to me, like a something like this. Like let me see, like this. You know what I mean? I wonder if it's easier if I go over the. What if I go backwards from here and then come back in? That could be an easier way to do it, though. Or yeah. All right. Anyway, let's. Okay, so that one's going pretty good. Let me see. Let's look at this one. Okay. Was this at a house party? Mm, mm-hmm. All right. Let me see here. Then we got. That one's funny. Mhm. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yep. Okay. I see it. I see it. Okay. All right. She got the good glasses on. All right. And then we got the guy with the. All right. And then somebody y'all at a bar right here, apparently. Okay. Oh, the girls, the ladies, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Okay. So thank you so much, DJ Enigmatic, for sharing all those drawings with me. That was super. Oh, I saw right here you drew this from that was from last week. Did you see that I just put a short up with that in there, right? Okay, hold on. So let's go back here to my okay. So let's see who else we got in here we can do. What about let me see. She looks like a Asian Betty Boo. Like how would I draw those eyes? Let me see. I would draw circles or ovals that overlap one another, like an elliptic shape, like this. A lot of times people don't know that about eyes, you know. So with eyes, it's easier to draw them from elliptical type shapes, almost like thinking about it like a galaxy, you know. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. And it makes your cartoons look a little bit more friendlier when you do it that way. He has a very small nose. And almost no, she has like no, so it's like a flat nose. It's like everything is so flat with her nose. So I'm trying to think which way would be the best way to do that. If I go with a flat shape, what if I go, wait, if I go like this and just keep it flat? So You get what I mean when I tell you that things need to be. Remember how I said her nose? Look at how her nose looks really flat. Well, I did a shape that feels flat, even though it's not the exact shape. It feels flat enough to be her nose. All I do is add some nostrils underneath that shape once I pick it, and then I just come down here and I add these lips in. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I think I might have started her too far up the page. Okay, let me see here. And then we're going to do our forehead shape here. Let me see. Okay. You can always just be in control of your shapes. It's really what it all boils down to. What kind of overall shapes can you make? Can you think? Can you see the big picture, or do you look at spend life looking at a bunch of small pictures? Right? It's philosophical. Art is very philosophical. A lot of times, what makes things unique are the things that the obvious, the person that some people can't see because it's not obvious. You know what I mean? That's why people say sometimes an artist, well, they have this gift to see this, right? Well, everybody has a gift to see. You know what I mean? First of all, let's just put that out there, but it's still how well you can look through chaos and see common sense or clarity. There's a lot of little hairs everywhere. There's a lot of little things everywhere I could put in this drawing, but it doesn't bring me closer to the goal. You know, the goal is to create a picture that looks like this young lady. So I know what I need, and so I use what I need only, and then go from there. Okay. Here goes a little arm right here. It's a little arm. And let's make a little shape here. This is her just standing around with her hands in her pocket. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I was doing that. Anyway, that's I don't know. What was I thinking about right there? I don't know. Okay. What a big neck though. I should have made that neck a little thinner. I still can get I still can can I can't. That looks retarded. Come on, man. Somebody stop me. All right. So that's my last drawing of the day, guys. I'm done. go over here and enjoy the rest of the day. I gotta eat something. I went to the gym this morning. I didn't get to go back and get no goods. Thank you, Big Jenkins. Awesome. I appreciate you coming out, and don't forget to hit that button and let you know whenever I come live again. You can be a part of it. Sure, I'd like for you to come again. It's awesome. All right. Play those contrasts real quick, and I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna shave some of this neck off. This is how I fix things that I mess up. Watch. So what we do now is we just what are they talking about, man? Okay, something's going on here. This is stupid. Okay. Anyway, guys, I just put like a little shadow behind it, so it looks like she's standing up against a wall now. If I put like a little thing here, it could be like a wall shadow. This could be like, you know, I don't know. It could be something. All right. So anyway, guys, don't forget her ear. Wait a minute. Let me do that again. Something is going on wrong here. Yeah, I don't get what they're talking about. Anyway, let me just undo this right here. Dude. Okay. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. What the heck? Wait a minute. Time out, guys. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Hold on a second. Okay. I was like, what the heck is this? I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why is my phone? Why am I hearing TikTok? And I just closed it. It's like because it's like. But anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. You guys, I'll be catching up with you guys tomorrow. My live stream is at 10:30 a.m. So if you guys want to follow me, then you can. Okay. Anyway, guys, I got to go out, get out of here. I got something. Got to go get something to eat. You guys be cool. Do 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 do.